Welcome to Kansas City Ice Center here for varsity action, Midwest High School hockey, where the teams are will be out here momentarily. They've warmed up, and Zamboni's just about done, and we'll be underway with national anthem. Mike, these two teams met last night, and the score really wasn't indicative of how the game was actually played. There was a barrage of goals mid-second period, but for the most part, it was played pretty closely.
It was a great game, and it was a close game. There was a time span of about 3 minutes, and KC was able to score three back-to-back goals, and that was the difference in the game. And then from that point on, Omaha was chasing the scoreboard.
Absolutely. And I know after, I think the Jets went up 2-0, the Lancers had a flurry of opportunities in front of the Kansas City net, just couldn't bury anything. The puck was bouncing, or they just couldn't get wood on it, or, when you can't get good wood on the puck, it's difficult to score.
Yeah, and it's just a matter that they're going to have to find a way to get some dirty goals. They got to be tougher in front of the net, be a tougher team to play against, and try to convert those. Sometimes you gotta take some smash and grab mentality into this game, because not all goals are prolific. Not all goals are highlight reel goals. And Omaha was unable to manufacture any of those last night as much as they tried. And like I said, the time span for the KC conversions was a time of about just under 4 minutes, and that's when they did all their damage.
Absolutely. Keys to the game today, what do you think Coach Harrahill's looking for?
Well, you know what? He's always talking about playing 200 by 85, and we have to play with efficiency, especially against a team like this, because their top two lines are really formidable. And they need to play 200 by 85. They need to transition better. They can't get pinned in their end as much. And Omaha does a good job of moving out of their end. They move the puck very well, and they find each other. And this team's been together for 3 to 4 years, and it shows. But we don't have the top end, scoring. So we got to find a different way to manufacture goals. Not going to win a whole lot of games scoring 2 goals.
No, you're not. You look at last night. They had to shuffle lines a little bit because Jake Eshelman is injured. So Mercier moved down with on Jake's line with, and I shouldn't say moved down, but he was placed on the line with James and Buldick, and that worked out pretty well.
It did. I thought the line combinations were really good, and as far as defensive pairings, I know he kind of went with 4D, but rotated in Spence and I'm not sure who else was out there. Sinnott. So Nate Sinnott and Paul Spence were the JV kids that they brought up, and I don't know that they played together on any shifts, but I know that they were intermingled in there.
Yeah, and then they played well. So I mean, today I think you're gonna get a Kansas City team that might be sitting back. I mean, they won 5-2, might be a little hesitant, but we talked to Gary Scabona earlier, and he's like, yeah, we had the weekend off last week. We were a little rusty going out yesterday, but they'll be ready today. So,
yeah, we'll see. And they got Svetlik back, so that's a huge. I mean, he factored in. He had a 4-point night. Yeah. So just getting that player, a high caliber player back, is going to just your stock goes up, and
absolutely,
it definitely showed because he factored in on every goal they scored.
Right, and that line of he's playing on, it was Hawkins and Mason Johnson. They're probably one of the top 3 forwards in this league this season.
Oh, most definitely, and KC's got it going on, and right now, I'm not sure what the rest of the league. There's been attrition all over, and you're always trying to reload and you're rebuilding every year, but I think this KC Jets team is one of the better teams in the league right now, and we'll see how that plays out as the year goes on, but. Waterloo's a good team too, and they always find a way to win.
Waterloo's got a pretty good threesome as well in Sanat, Lutusik, and Frost.
Yes, and those guys all put up points, big points, and we have to do it in terms of depth. We've got good players, 4 lines. and they just need to convert more. They got to get more shots. They got to generate more offense.
Right. And, looking around the league here, you've got teams that are getting things done, against good teams like Lincoln Junior Stars this season.
Yeah. Well, and you know what? The other thing, too, and this factors into junior hockey and Division I men's hockey, you can have a team with good goaltending, and you can lock down some of these high-caliber, high-flowing teams in the D zone. But you can't do it all for the whole game.
Right.
A good team is going to find a way to manufacture goals.
And so when you can lock them down, you've got to do your own scoring.
Exactly.
We're just getting through starting lineups here today.
All right, the national anthem's been taken care of. Starting lineups have been announced. Looks like Brock James will center Maxime Bolduc, and Logan Mercier on the back line will be Will Volanek and Sean Mooney. And in the net today is Nolan Eicherman.
Looks like Omaha is in the oranges today.
Yes.
Little switch up there.
The Halloween machine.
They are. Hopefully it doesn't backfire on them.
Well, it's only a sweater.
Yeah, well, I know Coach Harehill, somebody must have gotten his ear because he's pretty superstitious.
He is, and I keep telling him, I says, it's not the color of the sweater, it's what's in it. I know this team will come out. I talked to Gary Emmons before the game, and he says he loves our team as far as their work ethic, and he says you outwork everybody in the league, and but they just need to do a better job of potting goals. Puck won by The junior Lancers brought into their zone and quickly put into neutral ice, where number 21, Caleb Schmidt, launches it into the Omaha end. Sean Mooney comes out, dishes it for Maxime Bolduc. He comes down the left wing side and dumps it into the corner. Stopped and met by Swirsek. Excuse me. Casey's in neutral ice. They'll hit number 32. That's Hunter Swirsek. Gage is in net, his brother. Tom is their father, and he's from Omaha. Played his hockey in the Omaha community. Puck's launched into the corner. Eicherman makes the stop. Mooney picks it up. He headmans it over to Eshelman. Eshelman retreats back into the zone, leaves it for Mooney. Jake Eshelman's been out most of the week last week with a lower body injury, and he's back in the lineup today. Volinick steps up as the puck squirts into the end. Waldo picks it up. He'll glass it and out, and this will result in an icing and a face-off in the Omaha defensive zone. Omaha wins the tap. Left up for Waldo. He gets pressured. Now the line of Hawkins, Svetlik, and number 15, Mason Johnston, is out. Probably their top line in terms of numbers. We'd like to give a shout out to Mason Johnston's grandfather, Jerry, in the great state of Michigan. He's tuning into our program and keeping track of his grandson.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
And watching.
And he's the grandfather of a very good quality player. Mason is a 5'10", 140-pound forward, sophomore from Mill Valley School, is here in Kansas City.
And I believe he's on the ice now, isn't he?
I think they just got off. Johnson got off first, and then Svetlik and Hawkins just jumped onto their bench. Carl Graffelman's out now with his forward line. Omaha able to dump it in. Icing's been waived. Riddenhauer and Moffitt on the forecheck. Casey goes weak side. Into the zone comes Bachtel. Difference maker in the JV game. Just a good overall hockey player. And the puck's redirected out of play. Teams will change personnel. It's always a chess match here when you're playing the Jets. Coach Harehill very particular about his line matchups, and of course Coach Emmons is as well. Yesterday's game, we had a standoff, which was rather comical. As the officials were waiting to drop the puck to start the third period, both coaches just stood there to see who was going to go out first. Omaha's control now in the KC end. Bolduc has it. He makes a nice move, tries to get it to the net front. Picked up by Mercier. He bellies out, tries to get to his forehand, dishes it off for Brock James. He leaves it low. Omaha on the cycle. KC moves it into neutral ice. Mooney tries to play it, but it's chipped in low, and Eicherman will gather the puck for Brock James. James makes a nice move in front of the net and chips it into neutral ice where it's played in. That was blown down as an icing. I thought it hit a player along the half wall, but maybe not. This will come back down to the Omaha defensive zone. KC's left wing dot. Cole Toit on the tap with Waldo. Waldo wins that draw. Back to Volinick. He'll try to move it for Eshelman. Pops out, comes weak side. Cole Bieber now streaking down the right wing side. Toit tries to take him out. They neutralize each other, and it comes into the zone. Back out into neutralize. Now trickling down into the Omaha zone, and Mooney will pick it up. He makes a nice escape move and comes out and dishes it. Volinick headmans it up the half wall and just laid into neutral ice. Dumped back in by KC. Volinick again rims it up that right wing wall where Bieber tries to transition it to Waldo. Swarsek now with it. He lays it low for Toit. Back to the point where it's played by Olsen. Olsen drops it in. Bieber gets a handle on it. And they go D to D on a misfire, and they end up back in their zone with forechecking pressure by Cole Bieber. Moved out to Swarsek. Nice play by Ty Trimborn, and he bumps Swarsek off the puck and steals it away from him. Takes it into the zone. Omaha toiling behind the KC cage. We'll have a stoppage in play as Swarsek covers up for faceoff. 11:33 left in this first period.
Good action by both clubs so far, and I think right now Swarczyk's one seeing most of the action.
Yeah, these varsity games, even last night, it was a shared. I mean, they're not an overabundance of zone time either way. The score's not always indicative of how the game is played. We'll have our first infraction of this contest. And this will go against the Omaha Junior Lancers. Looks like Victor Knapp's going off on a 2-minute minor. For roughing. 2-minute minor for roughing on Vic Knapp.
Did you read that call right?
I think so. He gave the fist.
Victor Knapp roughing. I don't think Victor Knapp.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Vic is not really a roughing kind of guy, but he's off on a 2-minute minor for roughing. Omaha will kill this penalty. Hopefully, kill this penalty off. Hawkins comes in. He leaves it. Nice pickup by Barnes, and he sends it down into the KC zone. Well, they'll have to regroup. Johnston picks up the puck. He goes cross ice back to Johnston. He'll come into the zone. He's angled off the puck. And into neutral ice, Hawkins has it. He gathers it in, comes into the zone, rims it to the opposite side where Johnston will pick it up. Back behind the cage is Svetlek. He goes to the point and feeds Olsen. Olsen walks across, taking a look. Shot, and it's redirected wide of the net. Into the corner goes Mercier for it. Swarsek now handling behind the Omaha cage. Dishes off to Svetlek, back to the point to Olsen. Olsen takes a look, shot on goal. Loose puck, and it's picked up by Swarsek, but he can't get to the open net. Svetlek with 2 checkers on him. Puck comes to the point. Olsen with a shot, redirected, and a cover-up by Nolan Eicherman. 45 seconds left with the man advantage for the KC Jets on the Victor Knapp penalty.
You know, Swarczyk was right at the corner of the net and wide open, too. They'd be able to get squared around on that. It would have been a sure goal.
This Jets team with not only highly skilled, but good IQs on these boys. They're always in the right spot at the right time. Johnston moves the puck to the point. Back to Johnston. A shot and a save by Eicherman.
Yeah, I just want to throw out there, Eicherman's only a sophomore this year, so we've got some solid goaltending for a few years to come.
Omaha's goaltending is pretty good, and like you said, the cupboard's not bare there. Puck comes to Schmitz, back down to Johnston, back to Schmidt. Transitions over to Hawkins. He'll drop it down low for Svetlek. This is their number 1 unit. 15 seconds left in the man advantage to Schmitz, to Hawkins, back to Schmitz. He winds up on a one-time. Knocked down in front. And Omaha comes out. Brock James just launches it, and this should end the man advantage for the Jets. So Omaha killing off this first man advantage. It's headman over to Swartzek. He gets around Mooney. He's got Volinick to beat. Nice play on a poke check by Volinick, but reeled right back in by Hunter Swartzek. Down the half wall, Charlie Graven gets a shot, and a steer aside by Eicherman. Back to the opposite side. Omaha gathers it. Now they've got a 3-on-2 if they move. Carl Graffelman coming down. He's looking to dish the puck. Leaves it for Gavin Moffett in the corner. Graffelman picks it back up. Curls around, and a shot and a stick save by Gage Swarzak. Backhanded in right on the stick of Schmitz, and he's able to play it out. Excuse me, that's Justin Holt on defense for the Jets. Apostolakos now in the game, and a frozen puck by Gage Swarzak, and this will result in a face-off in the KC defensive zone. The line of James, Bolduc, and Mercier. Bolduc right off the face-off, and a shot and a steer aside. The puck is launched into the Omaha zone where Howell will chase it down. He'll regroup behind his net. He'll come out the other side. He's got some skating room. Headmans it over to James, and he backhands it for Mercier, just a little short of the blue line, and KC able to dump it back in. Spence in the game now. He'll try to reverse directions and gain the zone. Brock James pressuring the KCD. Stockwell tries to backhand it in. Played into neutral ice where the KC defense will converge on it. They'll headman it indirect. Stolen away by Omaha. Puck's into the hands of Brock James. He's trying to dish it for Bolduc. Mercier has it. Dished behind the net to Maxime Bolduc, net front. Mercier can't get a stick on it, and out come the Jets. Stockwell down the right wing side. Poke checked away. And KC ends up with it. Pringle gets stripped by Eshelman. He's in alone. Nice save as Eshelman tries to make a forehand move, and it's poke checked away by Gage Swarzak. Eshelman winning another puck behind the net. Now Waldo to the point where Quinn Bruning tries to keep it in. Waldo picks it up. He'll dump it back into that left wing corner. Pringle now has it. He'll transition over to Peyton Cook on the opposite side, and they'll try to launch an attack. It's knocked down at the blue line and dumped back in by Waldo. KC defense will have to regroup. Pringle loses the handle. Now Johnston with it. He'll skate out. Leaves it for Svetlek, and a poke check away by Eicherman, and Svetlek on a backhand leaves the playing surface on a nice opportunity on a dish by Mason Johnston to Nick Svetlek. This face-off will be in neutral ice just beyond the Omaha defensive blue line. KC's left wing dot. On the tap, Charlie Graven with Carl Graffelman. KC one back, dumps it in. On the chase is Volinick. He'll pick it up. He'll traverse behind his net. Headmans it over to Graffelman. Just poke checked away, and Omaha just trying to gain the zone here. Now they got a 2-on-1 with Gavin Moffett. And Ridnour, he comes in. He's on his forehand. Chooses to go backhand. And another save by Gage Swarzak.
Yeah, Ridnour got it on his forehand, and then as he tried to cut to the net, it just flip-flopped on him.
Yeah, I was going to say, why go to the backhand when you got the forehand available, you know?
Yeah, I think it was just as he was trying to cut to the net.
On the face-off, Graffelman. He'll face Charlie Graven. Puck is down. KC wins the tap back to Olsen. Olsen curls up in the zone and dished out by Graven. Back to Ridnour. and neutral ice. He'll gain the blue line. It's a race for that puck. Graven trying to get it out. Omaha trying to keep it in. Stretched back. Cross ice pass to Volinick, and he'll dump it in. Mooney, he's got some time and space, makes a nice move, getting into his forehand. He'll come in, and he's just poke-checked right at the dot as he was ready to launch a shot. Graven now comes out. They've got a 3-on-2. Back to Graven. They'll come into the zone. A shot, weak side, and didn't get to the net, but it had an open net as Eicherman was hugging that strong side post. Mooney has it to Volinick. Volinick will take a look. He'll skate it up. He's got pressure from Svetlik. Played behind the Omaha cage, and we'll have a stoppage in play here. Looks like an infraction here is going to go against Nicholas Svetlik. A high-sticking 2-minute minor. So this will give Omaha the man advantage. This face-off will be to the blocker side of Gage Swirsek, the brother of Hunter Swirsek. Hunter being a junior, and looks like Gage is his older brother. Off the draw, Swirsek with a glove save. On the tap is James against Toit. Puck is down. Casey pulls it back, and it's played by Holt. He tries to rim it out, held in, and a shot from the point by Howell. Played behind the net, held in on the opposite side point. Quinn Bruning drops it in for Mercier. The chef cycles it back to James, and at the point, kept in by Howell to Quinn. Quinn with a shot, knocked down in front, just wide of the net. Omaha with some chances here. Puck comes to the point, dumped back in by Howell. Back to James, a shot and a save by Swirsek.
Omaha was 2 for 3 on the power play in last night's game, Mike.
Yes, they were.
Pretty good production effort, just not enough of them.
True. That 3-minute span was really a nail for those kids last night. It was a well-played game, and in 3 minutes, the whole game changed. Minute 15 left on the man advantage. Comes to the point where Volinick has it. He'll go D to D over to Mooney. Mooney will play it off the half wall. He gets tripped up. And the clear by the Jets is stopped by Nolan Eicherman.
Jets got away with one on that one.
Played down low. Bieber dishes it back for Volinick. Eshelman now has it. He'll curl back into the corner. Looking to drop pass it to Volinick. They go weak side, and Bieber shovels it up to Waldo, and he'll dump it in. On the rim, it's stopped by Swirsek. And Casey with another clear. 29 seconds now left on the man advantage.
Omaha's going to want to keep an eye on that penalty box as Svetlik's going to come out of there pretty quick.
Played up. Another penalty. Tripping on number 15, Mason Johnston, as Sean Mooney comes out behind his cage, and he's tripped up. So this will extend this man advantage. They'll have 18 seconds of 2 men, but this faceoff will be just outside the Omaha defensive blue line, Casey's right wing dot. It's one back. Boldick drops it back to Howell. Howell will skate it up, loses the handle, regathers, and it's moved across ice to Bruning. 5 seconds on the 2-man. Bruning down low. That expires the penalty for Svetlik, so Omaha's a 1-man up. They go weak side and can't get a stick on it, and KC with a clear. Quinn Bruning gathers it in. He'll take a look. He'll come out of his zone. Looks to dish it up for James, and Stockwell able to throw it back in. Played by Matthew Howell. Nice little transition to James. And out comes Mercier to Eshelman. A shot. Kick save by Swarsek. Eshelman again. Another loose shot steered aside by a KC defender, and they're able to clear. So Kansas City doing a good job here, killing off these back-to-back penalties. Howell's got skating room, and poke checked off his stick and back into the zone. We have a stoppage in play. Minute 43 left in this first period of play. Pretty quick period for a varsity game.
It is. I mean, with total game time last night between the varsity and the JV game, we were done by 5 after 7 last night.
Yeah.
Normally it takes you 4 hours to get both games in.
Yes. Volanek moves it up. Out of the zone comes Omaha. Lugging the puck is Bieber. He gets drilled and takes out Waldo in the process. Graffelman. And out of the zone it comes to Mooney. He'll peel back. He backhands it to Graffelman. He'll try to trickle it into the zone. On the chase is Cook for the Jets. Wraparound opportunity. Thwarted. And out it comes. And on the chase is Hawkins and Volanek. Picked up and shoveled out by Waldo. Moffitt tries to win that puck. It comes out on the stick of Cook, and he goes weak side, tries to gain neutral ice. Volanek picks it up and dribbles it back into the zone where now it's picked up at neutral ice and lobbed in by Svetlek, and it hits the netting behind the cage, and we'll have a stoppage in play and a face-off in neutral ice. This will be KC's right wing dot. On the tap is Mason Johnston. He's flanked by right wing Svetlek and left wing Hawkins. Comes back to KC defenseman Holt. He'll lob it in and turned aside by Barnes. To the point, Apostolakos drops it down to Svetlek. He moves it over to Holt, and Holt shoots, and a save by Eicherman. Excuse me.
It's kind of dry air in here today.
Cold air. 16 seconds left in this first period. Right wing in zone dot. Johnston pushes it forward. First man to the puck. Moves it to Apostolakos. Shot. Steer aside. Brock James on it. Tries to control it. Out it comes. Omaha's got weak side forward. Brady Riddenhauer. Moffitt tries to gain control, and that ends your first period of play, where the score is tied 0-0 in an action-packed first period. We'll be back with second period action. You're on the Omaha Hockey Network.
Welcome back to the Kansas City Ice Center here for Period 2 action between the Kansas City Jets and the Omaha Junior Lancers. Mike, first period's in the books, 0-0 tie. Ready to roll here for another period. We were just talking, hopefully today is a better second period than yesterday's, and I think it will be.
Great first period of play, end-to-end action, both sides, both teams creating opportunities, a couple penalties both ways. Very well officiated, and just a good game so far. And last night's game was similar. There was, like we've talked about it ad nauseum here, a 3-minute span really made the difference in that game, and hopefully that 3 minutes will go in our direction today. Shots on goal for that first period, Omaha Junior Lancers with 8 shots and the KC Jets with 5. So that's a pretty good ratio. Not a whole lot of shots. Pretty defensive game thus far.
And it's kind of what we thought, as far as shots on goal. We weren't sure there in the first until we got the official word. But
puck is down. We're underway here in the second period. Battled for here in the neutral ice zone along the half wall. Swirsek comes up with it, and it's poke-checked away. Hunter Swirsek into the corner. He's sealed off by Volinick. Omaha trying to move the puck out. They're ragging it up that half wall. Puck is free now. Came to the point. Olsen with a shot and a steer side by Eicherman. On the hard wrap. Transitions to the opposite side, and now back Stockwell has it. He tries to leave it net front. It's stolen away by James. Chipped out, and a little too much juice on that, and this will come right back into the Omaha defensive zone for faceoff, as that is icing. So this draw will come back to the blocker side of Nolan Eicherman. Brandon Waldo on the tap. He'll face Mason Johnston. Puck is down. Omaha wins that one. They'll transition out into neutral ice. Bieber has it. He'll launch it into the corner for Waldo. Waldo tries to give it back. Gloves it down. A shot as Eshelman comes in from the top of the circle there. And a save by Swirsek. Into the corner, Johnson backhands it over for Hawkins. Misses the mark, and it comes out into neutral ice where Quinn Bruning for Omaha gathers it in. He'll launch it into the zone. Bieber now leaves it across ice, but no one there to converge on that puck. Chip shot stolen away as they were trying to hit Svetlik on a stretch pass. Comes into neutral ice. Bieber has it. He'll come in. He's makes a nice move. He gets to his backhand and a shot and a glove save by Gage Swirsek to thwart a nice effort by Cole Bieber. Period just underway. 15-12 left on the clock. No score.
Today's set of games are brought to you by Mechanical Systems, Inc.
Right wing dot for Omaha. Omaha tries to keep it in. It comes out, played off by Tyler Kane. Stolen away by Howell. Howell comes out of the zone. He'll go nice pass to Ridnour as he comes across the middle, still controlling the puck. Poke checked at the last moment. Spence comes out into neutral ice. He'll play it down the half wall. Apostolakos now has it behind his cage. He'll head man it up. Howell tries to pinch and keep it in. Just bounces outside the zone. Nice pass by Kane to weak side forward. Number 38, Colin Bachtel. KC leaves it at the point. Apostolakos keeps it in. A shot goes wide of the net. Steered aside by Eicherman. Played in the corner. Battling for the puck, and out comes Spence. Spence goes weak side. A little too much mustard on that pass. It comes into the KC zone where it's played by Holt. Holt's finds Apostolakos. He'll come in on that left wing side, and it's poke-checked away by Spence. A quick shot from Hunter Swirsek and a save by Nolan Eicherman. Mercier headmans it to Bolduc. He's got 2 defenders on him, and it trickles up into the blue paint area, and it's covered by Swirsek. Maxime Bolduc with a nice play from a feed from Logan the Chef. Mercier. And this faceoff will be Omaha's right wing dot in the KC defensive zone. Brock James on the tap. Puck is down. Picked up by number 22, Pringle. He'll bring it around. They'll try to gain the zone here. Toit on the play. Omaha wins the puck back into the zone. Now Swirsek has it. He'll go weak side to Stockwell. He gets bumped off the play. Still comes up with a puck. A shot and a save. Gets redirected out of play, and we'll have a face-off in the Omaha defensive zone. .16 left in the second. Toit on the tap against Waldo. All important defensive zone face-offs. Waldo's tossed out of the circle. That's Cole Bieber on the tap. He wins it back. KC comes up with it. They move to the point. Shot fanned by Olsen. Picked up and neutralized by number 21, Caleb Schmitz. Omaha able to drop it back into the KC defensive zone. Olsen redirects on a reverse pass to his D partner. Picked up by Stockwell. 2 Omaha players run into each other. Eshelman and Waldo.
I was going to say,
and
one was heavier
and
than
here's
the other.
Waldo on a stretch play, so the fall may have helped him create a nice opportunity there.
I think he was still a little dazed, though.
He was the last one up and just happened to be standing at the blue line. Nice read by Omaha coming out of their end to find him.
Yeah, as far as that collision, though, Waldo was on the short end of that one.
Well, I think it was Eshelman that he collided with.
That's what I'm saying. He was on the short end of it.
That's a little mismatch weight-wise. Out of the zone comes Hawkins. He'll come down the left wing side. He's flanked on the right wing by Svetlek. Johnston drops it back to Apostolakos. They'll go D to D. Apostolakos rings it back in. He'll backhand it into the neutral ice zone. Played by Barnes. Hawkins comes up with it. He's got Johnston on the right side. And Omaha able to thwart that effort. And they clear the puck. Apostolakos comes down into the zone. He'll go D to D with Justin Holt. Holt picks it up behind his cage. He'll come out. Left wing side to Hawkins. Hawkins will go wide to Svetlek. He's got speed. He gets to the dot. A shot and a save by Nolan Eicherman. That line's had a hard time getting going this morning, but that was a nice play on a cross-ice pass.
Well, don't give him any wake-up call over there.
God, I'm sorry I even said that.
You thought about it after you said it, didn't you?
I said it, and then I thought about it. Tap is down. KC wins it back to the point by Bachtel. Transitions to the opposite side. Played down into the corner. Omaha toiling. Puck comes out onto the stick of Carl Graffelman. He headmans it to Gavin Moffat. He's got a little space. A shot and a save by Swirsek. Comes into the corner where Moffat steals the puck away. Gavin Moffat, difficult to knock off the puck. He's got low center of gravity, and he is a strong player. Probably one of the top lifters in the program. Headman to Ridenour. Poke checked away. Omaha gains control now as Casey's on a line change. Bring it up weak side, chipped in. And icing's your call. Omaha will change personnel. And this faceoff will come down to the glove side of Eicherman on the icing call. Toit will be on the tap. He'll face Brock James. The puck is down. Comes back to number 22, Pringle, Isaac Pringle. He'll wrap it in. Omaha gains control, and they try to chip it out, but not a very good effort as KC able to keep it in. Now it comes out of the zone. Toit on the chase. He's got pursuit by Logan Mercier, who makes a nice move behind the net and upends Toit. KC able to drop it back. Mooney, last man, will move it up to Boldick. He finds Mercier, who's got Brock James coming down the center of the ice. James picks it up. He's coming to the middle, over to Volinick. Volinick with a shot and a glove save by Gabe Swarsek. Gage Swarsek. 9:53 left in the second. Teams changing personnel. Toit on the faceoff. He'll go against Waldo. Puck is down. KC wins that tap. Olsen has it. Tries to move it for Swarsek. Volinick able to keep it in. Over to Schmitz. Poke checked by Eshelman. Mooney has it. He backhands it into the corner for Eshelman. Just jumps over his stick. Toit tries to move it up the wall to Swarsek. Nice play by Bieber as he throws it out. Omaha can't get an opportunity on it. Stockwell now comes into the zone. He gets knocked down. This will be a slashing or a tripping call, one or the other. As Brandon Waldo will go off on a 2-minute minor for tripping. This will be a defensive zone for face-off for Omaha as Mason Johnston comes out to take the tap against Logan Mercier. Omaha will be killing this penalty to the point. Schmitz. Back to Schmitz. Cross ice. And a nice play off a weak side pass on a one-time. And Eicherman with the save. Puck is loose. Omaha with a clear. Schmitz comes back, retrieves the puck. He's got Hawkins board side, moves the puck to him. Hawkins lays it in. Svetlik on the chase. He seals off the back wall behind the net. To Hawkins. Gets knocked down and steered aside by Omaha. Swarsek now tries to reel that puck in. And Omaha with a clear. 1 minute left on the man advantage for the Jets. Hawkins picks it up behind his net. Moves it up to Swarsek. He'll chip it in. Brock James rims it. Kept in. And now out by Moffitt into neutral ice as Moffitt's taken out by Schmitz.